What's up, y'all? Good morning. Y'all, I wish I had a camera crew to catch me before I actually go live, because y'all think that I be listening to music. I was listening to Sunday, Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, Saturday. I be listening to music. So you think, like, a lot of times, if I'm not on the phone, like, y'all can have a seat, sit on down. I be listening to music, so I'll be like bump my head, and I get into the groove, and another song come on, and I gotta get into the groove. Usually I go live on Stationhead, but Stationhead is technically like work, so I kind of like want a moment to myself. Like Sunday, I'll be in my groove, I'll be listening to music and dancing, and I'll be looking at the chat, y'all saying that. But yeah, I'll be listening to music, had to get it in and get it in zone or the show. I'll be sitting down listening to music. And I said, okay, Sunday. I'm like, okay. And we had an amazing show this morning. I was not planning on doing a 3-hour show about Nique Cannon and Mariah Carey, but we did that. And I was on TikTok, and I sent it to Mariah Carey, and I just want them to see it. And I've been sending it to the Mariah Carey groups and stuff like that because I want her to see that video. We definitely have Mariah Carey back. So if y'all didn't see that video, I almost said interview in the future. Make sure y'all go check that conversation out. It's a 3-hour conversation. And if you can't catch the 3 hours, just catch the first 2 because it was awesome. And I want to hear your thoughts because it was a good episode. Also, too, I ended the show and I was able to catch up on some much needed shows. I want to say congratulations. The Golden Globe came on I think it's last night. So shout out to all the winners on last night. I'm not a big fan of the elementary show, Auburn Elementary. I'm not a fan of that show. I think it's corny. So I'm not a fan. None of the jokes make me laugh. It's a very corny show. So I'm not a fan. I think it's overrated and corny. It is not catered to my taste. But I do want to say congratulations. And just congratulations to all the winners that won last night. And I see them, they're getting the awards and they're smiling and they're laughing and all of that. I think it's awesome. But I wasn't, a lot of times, I'm not a fan of a lot of the shows. I was shocked that the guy, what was the guy that the serial K-word? I did get into that show. And I want to congratulate to the actor that won that. So glad for all the actresses and actors that, that won last night. We wish them well for that particular show. But also, I was on my Twitter and I was watching something about President Biden. And I was watching that he had some classified documents. And I'm like, we're going to get into that in the video, but I just saw that. And I'm like, this ain't looking good. Yeah, this ain't looking good at all with that. So I'm going to do a whole nother video about it because I'm going to put his picture and stuff up. We're going to have a whole conversation. So I did see that run across my desk. Okay. I did see that. So we definitely talk about that in the video, but I did see that. And I'm super excited. So let's get into these conversations, into this video. We will be opening up the phone lines. We will be dropping the link for the people to be able to come on the show and to give their commentary. It's a lot that we're going to discuss. Let me see, scroll down here. Okay, let me see where I'm gonna be talking about first. Okay, where's my Blueface? Okay, because I gotta talk about them first. Okay, Blueface and Chrisean, they did an episode on Zeus, their latest episode, and when I watched it, let me tell y'all something. I'm a faithful subscriber to Zeus, but Zeus, you all need better people to put in front of the camera. Like when I watched this episode, pretty much this episode sum up Chrisean, she's crying. Chrisean goes to get on the phone and Blueface hang up. Chrisean goes to the club and go outside and talk to her fans outside the club. The juicy part of this episode you don't see because it was an altercation where Blueface and Chrisean were fighting, but you don't see that part. You know what I'm saying? You don't see the juicy part. Like we doing all of this waiting. I'm like, okay, oh, it was an altercation. We came there 30 minutes late after the altercation. Then they need to be fired. And I'm saying the producers, the camera people, you mean to tell me you all did not get the fight of them fighting? He bleeding from his head. That's what I want to see. That's what I'm subscribing for. And I heard through the grapevine that they did record the fight, but a Blueface didn't want to put it out because it would make him look bad. And shout out to Whack 100. He is Blueface manager for Blueface career, and he just can't stand Chrisean. He think that Chrisean is a a distraction. And he was saying to Chrisean, like, listen, like your career is thriving and Blueface career is taking a hit. But I wanted to say to Whack 100, bro, that's whack for you to be coming at her like that. Blame Blueface. Number one, that's Blueface girlfriend. Number two, Blueface keep her in the news. Number three, Blueface. But for you to try to have a private conversation for Chrisean is irrelevant and it's pathetic as a man. You have that courage for your client and tell your client not to be around Chrisean and all of that and don't tell her where you at because he bring her around. So for you to come out there and tell her what she needs to do, you out of pocket. You out of pocket because you go to her man. Her man is bringing her to the studio. Her man is dating her. Her man is introduced her to the blogs. And she's a big piece of keeping Blueface relevant. You know, it just ain't gonna make any sense. Like they, with Blueface, maybe his career as a rapper ain't gonna really be popping. So maybe he is gonna get into the reality TV circuit. Because let's be clear, when was the last time Blueface had a #1 hit on Billboard? When's the last time he had a #1 hit on Billboard? When the last time he had a platinum album? When the last time he sold out on a tour and not just in a club tour, but in a nice side venue? When was the last time? So you didn't see none of that. But you see Blueface being more relevant with his association with Chrisean. Both of them benefit from each other. But ain't nobody really checking for a Blueface record. He's attractive. Don't get me wrong, he's an attractive guy, but nobody really checking for his songs like that. When I was listening to his record that he was having on Zeus, and they were playing his record on Zeus, I'm like, you need to put workers on there. And then the manager, Whack 100, have to understand Blueface. If he did not have Zeus, if he did not have the blogs, nobody be checking for Blueface because his music ain't hidden. His music ain't hidden. If Blueface keep on want to get into these altercations and all of that, and then when he went to Las Vegas and when he popped somebody at the club, that wasn't on Chrisean. That was on Blueface. So to put this burden on her that she is the reason why his career is declining is a bunch of misinformation. Like that don't make sense. because when he went to Vegas and got into that legal trouble, Chrisean wasn't there. He was there, Blueface. So Blueface have an attitude that he need to change, and it don't have nothing to do with his association with his girlfriend. I think both of them is just immature, and it's good for entertainment. The issue is with Zeus, I think they don't have much to really work with because Blueface ain't really doing no concerts. Chrisean, all she doing is crying. You don't understand, man, bro. You just doing me like this. What you mean? You pull. You go get some. Like the way how all she do is cry. That's all she do. That's all she do in that episode. 90% of her is crying. Blueface living his best life, talking to her, calling her bees, and all that type of stuff. Oh, that is so hot. And people are watching it, and we're gonna see her cry. I don't feel sorry for Chrisean because I'm like, Chrisean, I don't feel sorry for you because you with him. This is what you pick. You can walk away at any time. You the one that got your tooth knocked out and put it in it looking raggedy. That's you. So if you want him to suck the energy out of you and suck your personality and just drain you, that's on you, honey. You can walk away at any time. You're not forced. You got coins. You got a name. You know, it's so much that you can do. You can do a show trying to find love and make a good coin. But you, quote unquote, love Blueface, and we're just gonna see you how he dog you out and cry, and the whole world is gonna laugh at you because I'm entertained by it. I don't feel sorry for every time you cry. I laugh. Look at her crying. You're going to be like this, man. I just get a good laugh. So it wasn't that much because these episodes are very short because you can tell like they don't have much to talk about. That's why the episodes, because like when I watched the episode, I done looked up, the episode is over with. Like the episode is not even an hour. It's not even an hour and something. That episode was like very, very short. And I'm going to continue to review it because number one, I'm entertained. I just wish that we get a little bit more, some more drama. I need to see some more fights. Like one of the parts that I really wanted to see, and I was pissed that I didn't see it. And I tweeted Zeus. I'm like, why y'all didn't catch them fighting? I want to see that part of him or her and them going back and forth. I don't want to see the aftermath. I want to see them boxing and going in. That's the part, because that's what we paying for. Most people that pay Zeus, they're there for the drama and for the fights. And so that's just how that goes. So with these apps, they getting kind of lazy because y'all making the money. Like, give us a little bit more, you know. So I'm gonna see how this gonna be playing out in the future. But when I was watching, I said, that's a little bit laziness what they doing over there on Zeus. And the only reason why I watch it is because it's cheap, like $4.99, I think. Give me a second. We're here. I was like, oh my gosh. I watched that and I was reading the tweets and they was dogging Chrisean. Like they dog her more than they do Blueface, which is typical. You know, a lot of black women, they don't typically stand with women when women are in an abusive, verbal abusive, in a toxic type of relationship. They typically uplift the man and dog the woman. So most of the comments that I saw is her getting dogged out. Like that's most of the comments I see on Twitter. And another thing, when I was saying about the Zeus Network, I said, y'all need to reach out to better producers. Like, don't get me wrong, I love Natalie Nunn, but she's very limited in her mindset. They need other type of producers. Maybe they need to talk to the other guy. What is his name? Oh my gosh, Carlos King. They need to call Carlos King and say, Carlos, can you help produce some shows over here on Zeus? Because some of them producers over there, they kind of whack. All right. And I see that a lot over there on Zeus. They need to get a little bit more substance over there. because they just giving small clips. Then you got another network, Ray J new network, Dosh, and that's a whole nother ratchet network. The same type of formula. They bring in Sydney Star. They bring in people from Over Zeus. I'm like, y'all got to be different. Like, what would make me want to unsubscribe from Zeus to subscribe to this new network? It's the same thing. Then they get Milan Christopher a show. Like, it's the same thing. Get other people for shows. Have a show with August Alsina. Have a show about just something different. Something different. But we seen Milan Christopher. He do all that talking and woo-wop, but can't fight. So we're going to see how this going to play out with Zeus and Zeus' new competition. I'm going to keep y'all updated because we got some tea about that new network that Ray J got, but we'll get into that in another video. But if y'all watch that Blueface, this Crazy in Love, make sure y'all go check it out and check out them episodes. You can check it out within 2 hours and you'll be caught up. Less than that, because that's how short them episodes are. All right. So let us go to this type of place. Give me 1 second because there's something else I want to talk about. And we are here. So make sure y'all share this live. Share this live. Let's talk about Nique at Nite. Now, mind you, on yesterday, Tory Lanez, they had court on yesterday. None of the black YouTubers went other than Nique at Nite. The rest of them, they were booked, busy, didn't go. A lot of the white folks were there. And they were reporting on that. And there was some altercations in the courtroom. One of my reliable sources said Nique at Nite yelled at Tory Lanez's father, said, "I'm a black woman, I'm a YouTuber, this is what I do. I'm not gonna let you dictate." They just in there arguing and going in the courtroom once again. I'm hearing that this source that she was like yelling at the father yelling at her. And what I'm saying about the father, I'm like, it's a YouTuber job to give tea. I don't see you yelling and blabbering at these white institutions. You ain't gonna go on their face and walk up on them like that because you're gonna be walking out there in some handcuffs. So I'm saying this stuff that's going on, and she coming at and Nique, she got the court document, wherever how she got it, putting on her pantyhose and sending him some pics and, sending, another YouTube some pics. He got her connected with the judge. I don't know how she did it. And she got the court documents and she got the videos and stuff like that. And, she put it on her YouTube channel. So it happened. She put it on her YouTube channel. It's on her YouTube channel. And people were talking about the Tory Lanez trial. So hearing this, I don't see an issue with her doing that because she did her job. And this is why with Tory Lanez's father, you should have the energy for your father. Tory Lanez's father should have the issue for your son because your son is out here committing crime. Now, Tory Lanez is in court and his new lawyer was saying he's going to file, they're filing a motion right now because they want to do a new trial. He's trying to get it in order for him to file that motion. They need, let me make sure I put them on the screen here. And I'm gonna put Megan up here too. They need the court transcripts in order to file the motion. And then also they tried to get the order of protection, the restraining order lifted. The judge denied that and said hear those arguments on a later date. So what the new lawyer that Tory Lanez have is Suge Knight new lawyer, and with Suge Knight new lawyer, Suge Knight, the new lawyer that had represented Suge back when Suge had a lot of cases, and that lawyer helped get Suge Knight out of a lot of trouble. Now, we don't know if he's going to get Tory Lanez out of this mess. We don't know that at all. We're going to see how this is going to be played out in the appeal process and all of that. We're going to keep you all updated. But as of right now, Tory Lanez is still locked up, all right? Tory Lanez is still behind bars. To this day, he's still locked up. He still cannot talk about Megan Thee Stallion. He still cannot harass Megan Thee Stallion. They trying to get that restraining gag order, all of those things lifted, so he could be able to talk about Megan Thee Stallion in the media. And the judge said no. All right, the judge said no. And in this whole entire trial, they tried their best to blame Roc Nation. Roc Nation had nothing to do with this trial. Those jurors, those taxpayers, those voters, those people decided to vote you guilty, guilty, guilty. Roc Nation didn't have nothing, no influence over that court, over that entire system. So that they tried to use Roc Nation as a scapegoat because Tory Lanez got guilty, guilty, guilty. And what I told people, I said, Tory Lanez, you should have went on the stand and did some talking, but you didn't go on the stand. That was a big blow to you. And we will see how that's going to be played out, in the future when the case be presented for the appeal process, and we will keep you updated. And also, they said his sentencing should definitely be in February, but they also said that's probably not going to be set in stone because they probably going to reschedule that sentencing in February. It all depends if Tory new legal team get those transcripts in a timely fashion. And so once he get the transcripts in, we will see the update on there. Do I believe that Tory Lanez is guilty? Yes. Do I believe he need to be in prison for about 15 years or more? Yes. Do I believe he need to be deported? Yes. All of that. I believe the man is guilty. The man been guilty because he committed a crime and he should do the time. And I also believe once he finishes sentencing, I also feel like he should be deported. He should be deported and out of this country. That's what I believe. So we're going to see how this is going to be played out in the future. I'm going to keep y'all updated on this case. And when I keep y'all updated on this case, I'm going to keep it real. I'm not emotional. I'm not any of those things. But it's quite interesting. One of his defender, this YouTuber that blabbed her mouth with the dusty wig and the long breasts, she wasn't in the courtroom. She wasn't there defending Tory Lanez. Wasn't even there. She pulled him in there every courtroom defending him. What is it even there? So we're going to see how this is going to be played out in the future. And I'm going to keep y'all updated. I'm going to keep y'all updated on this case. Thank you so very much. I had to give y'all updated with that. Wasn't nowhere near the courtroom. They wasn't there. Wow. Let me drink some water. I didn't say no name because I didn't want nobody get upset. I didn't say no names. Okay. Wow. Jason Lee new show is coming out on Revoked. And Revoked liked one of my messages in the DM. I'm so happy about that. I want to say this because a lot of people were hitting me up on Twitter regarding this interview. And I said, number one, in order for this show to be successful, it's going to have to be on YouTube. And I'm not trying to throw shade, but I don't think it's going to be successful being on Revoke TV on television. I think that show is going to be successful on YouTube because even the graphics is giving YouTube, like is giving YouTube. That's what it's giving. It's giving YouTube. Like, I don't think nobody's going to review it until it goes on YouTube, until the clips goes on social media. But I don't think the average listener is going to go to Revoke TV on cable and watch it on cable. Because I don't even watch Carisha Please on Revoke TV on the cable channel. I watch it when it come on YouTube. I watch it when it come on YouTube. That's when I click and watch it. I don't be in my television. Oh my God, I gotta see Jason Lee. Oh my God, I gotta see Carisha. I don't wait in front of my TV, wait for 9 o'clock. I don't do that for no shows. It is nothing that gives me that I need to be on the schedule to watch a show. If it ain't on Hulu, if it ain't on Netflix, if you don't post it on YouTube, if it ain't on or if it ain't on Amazon Prime, it look like I'm just gonna miss it. Cause I don't like, even when the R. Kelly documentary came out, I watched it on demand. And I went on demand and watch it. But I didn't sit down, at 7 o'clock, I gotta watch R. Kelly. No, absolutely not. So this is going to be successful in a podcast YouTube format because the production, the graphics is giving YouTube. And the only reason why I got cable where I can watch CNN is because of Sling TV. Shout out to Sling. It's because of Sling TV. That's the only reason why I get to watch my CNN. And that's about it. I only got Sling to watch CNN because I like to watch the news. But that's it. But I don't be in I gotta watch Revoke. No. I gotta watch BT. No, I'm not in there. And I'm gonna review it. And all these people, these people, fans of these shows, I'm gonna talk about it. It is a show. Don't talk about it because Jason Lee gonna get the clicks and views. So what? I'm still gonna talk about it. I had to tell a lady today, I think she's a psych reader. I forgot her name. She's a psych reader, older lady. She emailed me and she want to do a psych reading. She associated with the Armand Wiggins channel. Can't think of her name, but she's a psych reader. And she said, I want to do a reading on you. I said, I don't want your reading. I don't want you to read about me. I don't want you to do anything about me at all. I rebuke you, Satan. I don't want none of your reading. I don't want you to read no cards about me. I'm not into that type of energy. All right. Just not into that at all. I don't want to hear your reading. You are nothing but a clout chaser. I don't want to hear none of your reading. Go to Armand Wiggins and let him bring you on the show and give you a segment so you can read on the Armand Wiggins show. But he ain't gonna put you on Armand Wiggins show to do no reading. He's just gonna use you. So you ain't gonna come over here. Go right over there and sit in the corner and hope he work with you. And I wait. I'm gonna be like Celie when Mr. was cooking breakfast for Suge Avery, and he was burning it up, and she put her head in her hands right there. I'm going to just sit right there and see, is he going to give you a segment on the Armand Wiggins show so you can do your reading? I'm going to sit right there on the Armand Wiggins show. Not on no backup channel, on the Armand Wiggins show. I'm going to wait. So there's no need for you to be emailing me. There's no need. Why even try to send me an email for what? He don't like me. You being that giggling and laughing, but you need clout. You know, I'm one of the best promoters out there to give you a lot of clout, but I just don't want your reading. Absolutely not. Now, if you was attractive, looking good, then maybe I'll let you read me. Do a reading. But you ain't attractive. What I'm looking for, you look at a disastrous giving me a reading. No. Only time I'm gonna let somebody do a reading if it's Carisha Please and she ain't got on no clothes and she got the card. Of course, she can read and try to give me a reading, but I don't want no reading. You look disastrous. I'm not gonna receive that reading from you. No. Now, if it's Carisha Please and she butt naked, no clothes, and she give me a reading, yes, I'll sit there and I'll let her give me a good reading. I don't want that reading. You look dusty and crusty and old. No, I don't want that reading. Get up out of here. Absolutely not. So don't send me no email. In my email, do you read? I don't want your reading. Don't even try to give me the. I don't receive it. As soon as you do it, I'm not gonna receive it. All right. So back to Jason Lee and his new show with Cardi B. So I tweeted Cardi. I said, Cardi, come on the Wiley Show. And I know she see it. You know what I'm saying? And I said, come on the Wiley Show. I purchased your album. And then some of her fans, She ain't coming to your show just because you purchased her album. I said again, I purchased her album. I'm one of the reasons why she's able to do this full time and take care of her family because I put money in her pocket. So yes, she should come on my show. All I'm asking is for 15 minutes. That's all I'm asking. That's all I'm asking for 15 minutes. So I'm going to continue to ask Cardi B every single day. But we got for the every day when I wake up, I'm gonna say, Cardi, can you come on the show? Cardi, can you come on the show? I'm gonna keep out asking her. I'm gonna keep asking her. Not just Cardi, Nique. I'm gonna be talking to Lil Kim. I'm gonna be asking all these artists to come on. And I say it public. I just reached out to Roland publicly. He didn't respond, but they see this stuff. Okay. So I mentioned everybody. So we're gonna see about this show, and I'm definitely looking forward to it. Only reason why it got roasted before it started is because Jason Lee decided to do a preview of the Jason Lee show, and the microphone was crunching, like it was like a crunching sound. The sound wasn't good, so he got to get that together. You've been doing this too long, and you paying to. I can understand if my microphone ain't sounding right because it's me. I'm completely independent. I don't have a staff, but you got a staff of people. You got a staff of people. They should be fired. Make mistakes like that, you got to be let go. They too busy laughing at your joke, and you. Yeah, I got to do that. You shouldn't be having all them type of sounds. And the staff in that lab, they should be fired. Come on and go listen to it. Yeah, and Rihanna released the children picture. That's all it sounds. What the world? Don't do that to the people. You should have went on and when you see them episodes, you're supposed to watch it before you put it out there. Come on. And I said the same thing to Roland Martin. He be yelling at his staff. What you yelling at them for? If they can't do right, fire them. Get the sound right. Control room. Bruh, you paying these people. Just be yelling at the people and stuff like that. Don't make sense. Y'all don't pre-plan before y'all go live. Just be yelling at his staff. Control room. That ain't the right graphic. That's ghetto. And want to be respected as a journalist. Want to be up there with CNN. I never seen CNN yelling at the control room. That's ghetto and ratchet. And you say you a journalist. Get it right. Get it right. Get it right, staff. That's the wrong graphic. That's the wrong graphic. Go to the other graphic. You're moving too fast. I mean, y'all don't do a soundtrack pre-production. It's wretched. I want to make sure I'm a screen record some of that part. I don't think Roland know he do that. So that's what I have to talk about. Oh, I shouldn't have said that about Roland because y'all ain't gonna do but screen record this and send this to Roland. But that's how I feel about it and stuff like that. And then with Jason Lee, I see he really want a daytime television show. He really want to be like Wendy Williams. He want that mainstream success, and he had to settle for Revolt. Revolt is not mainstream. Revolt is not a leading network. It's not. Revolt is not in the top 10 networks. Revolt is almost at the bottom of the list. And all Diddy does with Revolt is promote his alcohol. But them shows are whack on Revolt. That's not a leading network. They get a lot of clout on social media. But on cable, it ain't one of the leading networks. No, it's not. You got to get the expensive package to get Revolt. You can't get Revolt on no basic package. No, you can't. Not on no basic package. I want the basic package. I want to watch. You got to get an upgrade of that package. If you want Revolt, you got to get an upgrade. So I respect black platforms, but we mainly watch them black platforms on YouTube. So if you try to call your cable company, I want to watch Revolt, and all you got is basic, they're going to tell you, okay, right now, ma'am, I'm seeing right here in your cable packages that we do not carry Revolt in the basic package. If you want Revolt, you're going to have to upgrade to the premium package, and the premium package is about $395 to add to the report, and that is including the internet, that is including the taxes. So if you want the report, you must get the premium package. That's exactly what you're gonna get. So that's exactly what you're gonna get. You ain't gonna get that show in the basic package. You're just not. This is real. Who got cable? Revolt is not in the basic package. So now, you know, and the way how it's presented, it looked cheap and low budget. The logo looked cheap. The whole structure of the show looked cheap. It's in some little office on the top floor. Cheap. Microphone cheap. It's crunchy. This ain't ABC, MSNBC, hot top quality. All it just look cheap. Not Rihanna. Cardi B just look like. We gonna see. I'm looking forward to the interview. I'm looking forward to the interview. All right, we gonna see it right there, and we gonna see it on YouTube. Okay. So I'm gonna be watching the episode. Every single episode, I'm gonna watch it. Now, with Caresha Please, her show was good. He did put money in Caresha Please. Caresha Please is good. It's quality. Her mic ain't crunchy. So it's good quality. You can hear it's good quality. And it's entertaining. The way she talk, the way how she everyone, like, I love Caresha Please. I don't watch Drink Champs. I'm not into Drink Champs. All they do is smoke weed. Look like I get high when I watch it. I'm not a Drink Champs person. And when I seen how they did Kanye, and then one of the hosts, Maury, whatever his name is, he was backpedaling and apologized, backpedaling weak. So I don't too much watch Drink Champs. But I watch Caresha Please. Once they had they did Kanye, the way how he was begging and pleading, getting so sad and hurt and shook and shivery and all weak, and I said, no, I ain't too much dealing with the Drink Champ. He done lost me. So when Nori did when he did that, and on the Breakfast Club, backpedaling and apologized, whatever his Nori, whatever it is, I said, I ain't watching Drink Champ. No, get somewhere and sit down. You ain't ready. So we're going to see how this show going to be on Revolt TV. And I'm going to be there, and I'm going to listen to it, and I'm going to review it. Ever since I said I'm going to review it, I'm getting backlash. I got a phone call from Paris. I've been called disabled. That was new on yesterday, I think. Yesterday, I was called disabled. So I immediately called the Social Security office, and I applied, and I got denied again. So because they said I'm disabled. So I'm like, hey, can I get the check now? I'm disabled. Denied. So I'm like, and all I did was doing commentary, talking about the show. Talking about, I'm at a disadvantage talking to the disabled. You ain't no disadvantage. Bruh, let's not play these. Don't play these games, sir. You don't play these games, sir. You ain't no way you can compete with me in a ring in a one-on-one match, sir. You ain't go win. I'm gonna give you some help. I'm gonna let you and your man get there. It could be 2 against 1, and both of y'all definitely gonna be tapping out. All right, that ain't gonna work, bro. So you go here with your little Twitter fingers and stuff like that, because you ain't put no address on it and stuff like that. You tried it though. You ain't put no address on it. So I sent it to Jason Lee. I said, he calling you disabled, Jason. I was being messy because he ain't putting no address on it. So I don't know if he's talking about me or is he talking about Jason. So I sent it to Jason. I sent it to Jason's cousin. I followed him on Facebook, all his cousins. I followed him on Facebook from Scopeland and all of them. I said, he called your cousin disabled. I'm all in the E. He said, what? He said that. What? My cousin ain't disabled. I'm in the DMs. I'm just egging on being messy. Because I don't know. He didn't put the address on. I said he called Jason Lee disabled. He ain't put no address on it. So I reached out to the cousins. I sent it to their DM on Facebook. He called y'all cousin disabled. Called him disabled. So I was all in the Facebook. I took that tweet and I'm just in the Facebook. Leaving DM up early, drinking my water up early, pacing the floor, seeing that they respond to my DM. So that's how that goes. So he didn't put no name on it. So I assumed that he said he was talking about Jason Lee. I sent it to the cousins. So we're going to see how this going to be played out. I just don't get it why people just don't like when Wiley do content. I just don't get it. So I made a commitment. We're going to talk about Jason Lee new show with Cardi B, that first episode. And I'm committed to cover his show every single episode. I'm 1000% in. I told Zeus we're going to cover Blueface and Chrisean show. We did that. So I'm 1000% in. All right. So we are in there, and Revolt like my tweet. I think they like my DM message. So they don't have a problem with what I'm doing because I'm giving them clout. So I'm going to continue to do that. But it's okay for Cardi B obsessed fan to be begging Ray J to get on their network. Please, can y'all pick me to get on y'all network? Can I please host y'all show? Can I please host? I would like to host. Yeah, I would love to host. And Milan Christopher lied. Yeah, we need to pick Armand to host. We need to pick him to host. And all Ray J looking like, who is that? Yeah, pick him to host. And you got Sydney Star there in a daze. I'm like, all that. We gonna see if he actually gonna pick, because if you got the power to pick somebody, you ain't gotta say it all loud publicly. Oh yeah, we gonna pick Armand because he keep us relevant industry. Bruh, he just randomly started talking about Ray J Network. Really? So we gonna see about that. Yeah, but and I'm begging in there too, but my begging is different. I'm sending emails everybody. Oh, you want to see some begging? That's one thing. I'm a professional beggar. I'm you watch, because we talked about Ray J Network first. We talked about the network, and I'm gonna do some begging. I'm gonna beg the sister. I'm begging Brandy Mama because I still follow her on Facebook. Gonna be begging. I'm begging everybody. Since we begging, I'm gonna do some begging too. All right, I'm gonna be begging. Mama, can I please get on the Deuce Network? I'm gonna do some begging too. And you got Raz B on the network. Let me put Ray J up here for a second because we talking about Ray J. We done with Jason Lee. We gonna say about you got Raz B in fire. He got a fire emoji. It's something going on with that man's mind. Number one, he needs some therapy. Number two, he needs to come out the closet. That man, he got an emoji. He got an emoji with fire all of. They said, who the guy with all that fire? I said, something wrong with that. Something wrong with that man mind. Number one, come out the closet. Number two, get some therapy. Then he was on Instagram in his drawers with a big belly up there dancing in his boxer briefs. I said, that's the face of y'all network, of the douche network. Is that the guy that's the face of the Ray J network? That guy in his boxer brief with dookie stains, with a big belly, and dancing, and then on Instagram with fire emoji and a bridge of fire. I said, this is the most wackiest thing rollout I ever seen of a network. And I'm just looking at this, and I'm getting amused by it. I said, look at this. And Ray J just sitting there. So the douche network, we're going to see if they're going to succeed. I don't like too much like the douche network or Dash network, whatever it's called. Y'all know the name of it. Y'all got to call in correct me. I'm going to call it the douche network. So something happened with the douche network. Some people went there, and I didn't want to talk about this today, but the spirit is leading me to talk about it. So a group of black women traveled hours to go for an audition, went to the audition, and it was no audition. They paid money and they got scammed, allegedly. I'm like, in Hollywood, you don't need to pay to audition. That does not make sense. I'm not paying to audition, and if I don't get the job, do I get my money back? Like, this is weird. I'm not going to register, give you my credit, paying, and you got to be. I'm not doing that. Just let me audition. So when I see that, I was like, what? And then you do all of that, and they already have a cast. It's like it's a money grab for the network. Just like they brought all those LGBT girls in Houston in the hot sun for Zeus. They stood out there for hours, and they still ain't got the show for the Bad Boys of Houston. They still don't got the cast. They used them for the audition part and didn't pay them for the audition part of them showing the auditions. You exploited them because they know people are so thirsty for fame. It's like, wow. And still the show is not out. And so they still want to do that. I had a friend I ain't talked to forever. He's a prostitute. Yeah, prostitute. Well, she's a transgender prostitute. And so she reached out to me. Hey, Wiley, you think you live in Dallas, right? I said, yeah, I live in Dallas. You think I can come stay with you and you drive me to Houston? I said, no, I'm not in. And then when I get to Dallas, how is it? How's the police? Because, I want to give me some clients. I said, to sell some booty? I don't know about that because I don't sell booty. So I don't know. I highly don't think you should do that in Texas because it's a Republican, it's a red state. So I don't know. You know what I'm saying? And I said, I'm not gonna make no promises because I don't want to drive you to Dallas to Houston. I just don't feel right. I just not gonna do it. And I didn't do it. And then I'm glad I didn't do it because it was a hot mess. They fighting outside, it's hot, and in heat, I just love to be in my air conditioner. So that's just how that happened. So I'm not. And if I would have went, if I can do it all over again, I probably would have went, and I would have had some ice cold juice, water. You know what I'm saying? Hot chicken, ice cream. I'd have made a good coin because I'd have been out there saying ice cold water, ice cold water. I'd have been out there, selling water and cake and ice cream and stuff like that to the girls and stuff like that. So I'd have been selling pop. And I'd have been making a coin if I'd have went out there. So you know what I'm saying. If I would have done it, but I wasn't thinking. But next time, if they would have called me this side, I'm gonna be out there selling some product. Ice cold water, ice cold for $5 for water. If you want you a soda, that's $5. Everything is $5 and up. Okay. So we gonna see how all of this going to play out on there. We're gonna see how this is going to play out on the network with Ray J New Network. I always say he should have called the Ray J Network because I still get it confused with saying douche or Dash Network. So Ray J and stuff like that. We wish Ray J well with his network. Congratulations. And we're gonna see that. All right. So that was that about the Ray J piece. Then we get Jaguar Wright. So yesterday, I think Storm did a video. This had to be yesterday. Yeah, this was all last night. So last night, it was a video titled Surviving Jaguar Wright, right? And I'm thinking, oh my gosh, okay, Storm about to do a documentary on Jaguar Wright. So I listen, I'm on the interview, I'm watching the video, and it's Jaguar Wright friend, the thug pastor. This woman was so woo-hoo. She was telling about 15 different narratives. She wasn't on point, talking about how Jaguar Wright need help. No, sis, you need help because you couldn't stay on topic. And it was just so weird to me. It was very, very weird. The interview just sucked because it wasn't no documentary. It wasn't no type of thing. So I go into the chat, to see, what's going on in the chat and comment. I found out that I'm blocked. When in the comments saying, because Jaguar dropped the link. Jaguar dropped $4.99. She said, she wanted to talk to him. It's a premiere. So I said, drop the link. And I was like, I forgot it was a premiere. I'm blocked. I'm trying to send a super chat. I'm blocked. And then people couldn't say my name. So literally, in order for the people to comment, they had to put W! Ley. They had to put W! Ley. Then I tried to send a super chat, couldn't do it. I had to go to my backup page and I wanted to say unblock the Wiley Show. I had to edit that out and say unblock the W! Ley show. And then Storm blatantly lied to me, lied to my audience. He ain't blocked. Bruh, my fans see it. You ain't got to lie, Craig. You ain't got to lie, Storm. You ain't got to lie. You ain't got to lie. Why can't my name be typed in the chat? You ain't got to lie, Craig. Just be honest. You ain't got to lie. Oh, you're not blocked. You're not blocked. Baby, 60 of my fans tried to type my name and couldn't type my name in the chat. 60 of my people, we laughed. And the people they said, you blocked. We tried. We got the proof. We have the proof. And I'm like, we have to put unblock W! Semicolon. We had to put different codes to get Wiley David in. I said, what is this? What is this? And they said, you're not blocked. It's a glitch. Well, why can't people type my name? So that's a glitch as well? So if it's a glitch, why can't people just type in the Wiley Show in the chat? So that's a glitch. Come on, who you think you talking to? I've been doing this for over 30 years. 30 years I've been doing you for over 30 years I've been doing this. You ain't gonna give me talking about a glitch. It ain't nothing but a glitch. That's what I'm gonna start saying. I'm sorry, it ain't nothing but a glitch. So I'm like, I know I'm not making this up. I just know I'm not. So I go over there. I've been doing this for 30 years. 30 years I've got that for R. Kelly. 30 years I've been doing this. And I'm like, I know this guy. I know this got to be something that's going on. It gotta be. Give me 1 second. Storm?
Wiley, can you hear me?
I can hear you.
Yeah, you're not blocked, Wiley. I've never blocked you on YouTube ever.
Well, people, and this is what we witness it. Maybe I don't know, but they can't even type in the Wiley Show. They have to type in W exclamation point LEY.
Yeah, I have no clue why it's like that, Wiley. I've never blocked you. And the last time you made a video on this, I went and looked because I said I've never blocked him. Because if I was gonna block you, Wiley, I would block you on everything. Like everything in both pages, all that. But no, I went and looked and went through the list. I got a lot of people blocked. You not one of them, though.
So it's a glitch.
Here, I'm gonna go look again. Hold on. Because you can see right in the studio who everybody you have blocked. And certain words that you have blocked too. I don't have Wiley blocked as one of the words. I don't. That's crazy.
Because when I went on there and they tried to type in they couldn't even type in the Wiley Show.
Hold up, I'm finna go look now.
And they said, well, maybe the moderator, but you should be able to have that in control. Because I'm like, what in the world is going on?
Even if a moderator did that, I would have been able to see it on the back end and undo it. Because I don't have to do no but just click the X by the name and then that person is unblocked. Okay, let me go to, say, community. All right, moderators, approve users. Okay, hidden users. I'm looking at it right now. Because now I want to know, why can't Wiley fucking comment? Now I want to know.
Because I want to say, if it's a glitch, then that's okay. But because when the people, they was trying to drop the link, it would not drop the link. They were trying to drop my name in the chat. They couldn't. It wasn't showing up. You had to put W exclamation point LEY,
which is insane. Hold up, I'm looking now. I'll even tell you some of the people I got blocked, like Nique and Nite, like I got her blocked, right? Then damn, I had a lot of people blocked. Okay, I'm looking. It's like over 400 people. I gotta scroll through.
Because when we said it, I said, wow, this is something. Because people was like, you're black. And we was in the chat. And then I had to go to my backup page and could not type in the Wiley Show name. I had to type in unblock W exclamation point LEY.
Okay, I see Mob Radio right there. I still have her blocked. I must have did that years ago. Let's see. But if I was gonna do that, Wiley, I would do every page. Because when I block somebody, I block them on everything.
Because that's what I'm saying. I'm like, what is going on here?
Yep, Hollywood Unlocked this block. I got it right here. That Willie Vanilli dude, I blocked him too. Okay, still going down. Yo, Sean David Way, I got him blocked. Okay, still going down.
Because I was like, when we did it last night, we were live streaming on our station here, and people were sitting in live time. They said and they were screenshot. They said we can't even type your name in. We have to put in W exclamation point LEY, and that's what I tried to send a super chat error message. I had to go on the backup channel to send a super chat, but couldn't type the Wiley Show name. I had to type in W exclamation point LEY.
Yeah, that is crazy. Hold up, I'm still going down. Okay, that's weird. Yeah, I mean, I'm even seeing the people I got blocked, and I got all their pages blocked, not just one.
And I want to ask you about that because you said you had Sean David Way blocked. I want to see, because you did have peace with Armand Wiggins, because I was listening to everybody's social media. I'm like the person that keep my ear to the streets. I said, are you open to having a conversation with Sean David Way on your platform the same way you had a conversation with Armand Wiggins? And if the answer is no, why not?
Okay, I just went through the list. You're not on here. Let me go look at hidden words, but
Okay.
I would have never had your name as a hidden word. No, because really, honestly, after this last stuff he pulled, I'm good. I planned on doing that. I planned on doing like one of my YouTube unfiltered, and maybe we would have kept it as a surprise and did a whole thing, because I've said it time and time again. I don't know Sean. I don't have an issue with Sean. I blocked Sean in 2019 on Instagram, back when he used to be cool with that Sunny girl, Sunny TV. It was him, Sunny TV, and Tiff West. I don't even think they still on YouTube. That Sunny girl was moving funny. I just let it all go. He think I blocked him because he called me gay. I don't give a fuck about that, because I don't give a fuck about that. I blocked them because I just didn't want nothing to do with none of them folks. And secondly, he bisexual anyway. So what the fuck? But anyway, but that was it. I don't know him. I don't know nothing about him. Even when that info on his family came out, when Tasha put that shit out on her IG in 2020 or 2021, I had that shit the year before. I never put that shit out because it wasn't that fucking serious to dox nobody. So I don't know that nigga. So what? There's nothing to talk about.
So you don't want to have a conversation because you and Armand, y'all fell out. He called you gay. He called you
It
all
would
derogatory
no, it wasn't
stuff.
about me falling out with Armand.
And y'all had a conversation. Can
But
that still be with Sean David Way?
right, but I started that. That was the whole point. The thing with Armand was I started that, and I feel like even the gay thing, I don't care about that because y'all don't know what I do anyway. But the point is, I felt like I went too far with Armand, and I felt bad about that. That's why I cleaned it up. That didn't have
Because
nothing to
I
do.
didn't personally feel like you went too far with Armand.
No, I did. I did when I brought up his family. Yes, I did. To me,
I don't think so, because he called you gay, and you and that because that still follow you on the streets because of the Armand Wiggins show.
no, they've been calling me that since I've been. No,
and,
they've been.
and you have grace with Armand. Can that grace be for Sean David Way?
Absolutely not. We gonna disagree on that. Bringing up somebody's family ain't cool. That ain't got shit to do with no YouTube shit. That ain't got. I'm sorry. That ain't got nothing to do with no roast and gag. None of that. To me, we can disagree on it. To me, that's too far, and it's unnecessary.
But my thing is this: you did not call out Tasha K when she interviewed Jaguar Wright family. See, if families is off limits, where was this energy for Jaguar Wright's family, her son, her nieces, and her former mother-in-law and ex-husband? Her family was introduced, and I didn't hear this language. Oh my gosh, she went too far. I didn't hear that. I didn't hear that part.
Well, even back then, I wasn't messing with Jaguar at the time when she did that. When she did that documentary. Now, I didn't know that whole time when Tasha was filming it and all that. I had no clue. I didn't know nothing about it. I found out when everybody else found out when it was about to drop. So I was just like, oh damn. I was like, damn, she doing all that. I was like, okay, well, I'm glad I don't talk to her no more. And I left it at that. And even knowing the stuff I know now, and Jaguar hanging out with them Carbonation people, I'm glad I don't talk to her no more.
Do you have that same energy that Tasha K went too far? Because you say you brought up Armand Wiggin's family and you went too far. Do you feel like Tasha went too far for bringing up Jaguar Wright's family?
Well, that's for y'all to decide.
No,
I can't.
you got to answer that question
no,
because you said
no.
It's unfair for bringing Armand Wiggin's family up. That's too far.
But wait a minute, Wiley.
Same thing.
But you keep forgetting.
Went further by interviewing the family.
But wait a minute, and I don't want to keep talking about this lady either. But you keep forgetting Jaguar did call CPS on Tasha. You keep forgetting that. See, y'all don't be remembering timelines. Y'all just be remembering certain shit. But hold up. So I found what the issue was. And your name is apparently in one of the blocked words, which I do not remember ever doing. But I will say, I apologize. You was not blocked, but somehow your name was added as a blocked word. So now you can comment.
So now we can comment, but I just want to see on this thing with the whole Jaguar Wright piece and her family. It's like you excusing that part of it. But yet because if you're going to excuse that, you should have never made her wear a mind because you didn't take it too far. You didn't interview the man, father that got another woman pregnant and original family. You didn't do that. You actually just talked about poster man daddy out there, and Armand went on a whole rant about it. But Tasha K actually spent her hard-earned money and interviewed Jaguar Wright's family.
Well, listen, anything with that, then you have to direct that to Tasha because I don't have nothing to do with that. But I'm ask you
as a YouTuber.
No, I'm gonna tell you this.
Do you denounce that behavior as a YouTuber?
But wait a minute, why this is gonna be my last comment on it. I still stand on this. Jaguar did send CPS to Tasha's house before Tasha did any of that.
So that excused you to interview her family?
I'm not saying it excuses it, but I didn't listen. You need to talk to Tasha about that.
So when you say that Jaguar called CPS on the family, did you witness CPS questioning it, or you just took Tasha K and Jaguar Wright's word about that? Did you?
Jaguar had admitted it too.
Did you physically? I'm asking not what she admitted to.
No. I don't. Wait a minute, Wiley, because I don't live with Tasha. So no, I didn't physically see CPS come.
So it could be just a rumor that's been spread out.
Well, listen, I don't. Well,
I'm gonna be actually put out there because you physically, as a social worker, done this business. You physically didn't see a social worker. You
exactly.
Just Tasha K word.
But let me say this.
Jaguar Wright word for
let me say this, Wiley. Your name is unblocked. Your page one blocked. Apparently, you was somehow added as a blocked word. It is unblocked. You can comment. I'm not going back to what Tasha did because I do not care. And no, I am not making up with no Sean David Way. Do you have any other questions for me?
I want to ask you this question because, again, Sean David Way interviewed Jaguar Wright and interviewed the Thug pastor, right? And she said it is wrong for you to put this interview out because you should have did it when you first interviewed her. Right now, this released, because she said it was about almost 3 months ago. Your response to that, that's what she said last night on Sean David Way Chop. Over here we say names and all that. I don't believe in giving nicknames. I believe addressing the matter. And that's what I heard. So your response, did you interview the Thug pastor 3 months ago and release it 3 months later?
No, she came to me. Hold on. Let me look at the email chain real quick. I can tell you when we did the interview. Because she reached out to me like, don't get mad now. You should have been told Jaguar you did that. Okay. All right. She first reached out Thursday, November 10th, 4:14 p.m. I'm getting a ton of calls about Jaguar Wright and Tasha K. Definitely want to give you the details since I met you through her. You deserve the story. I see that other lady got 127,000 views this week about Jaguar. Let me know if you still want the details. I'll be sharing a few clips from my interview and doing a correction on the Matthew Knowles story since I found out it was posted incorrectly. Had my mouth dropped. Okay.
So when was that actual date?
So that was when she reached out. Let me see when the actual date was that we did it, because we went back and forth for a while before we did it. Okay. Even though I put my fucking interview. I'm sorry. I put my interviews out when I feel like it. Now let me say this, and I didn't say it before. Ain't nobody gonna run what's on my channel. If you come on my stuff and you give an interview, if I hold it for 3 years, that's my business. And ask them, do I care? I do not. Just like when Wiley put up a replay, and you be like, damn, is this new? You be like, nah, this is, oh, okay, I remember that background. Okay, this old. So let's be clear on that. Ain't nobody gonna tell me when I put up my content. I put it up when I get good and ready.
So what was the date that she reached out and y'all agreed to do this, that you actually taped the interview?
So she reached out in November. But let's see when. Okay, I'm going through the emails now. It was a long email chain. Can we do 8? Can we do?
Make sure y'all like this video. We live with Storm. He's going to try to give us a confirmation of when did he actually reach out to Jaguar Wright, friend, the thug.
I never reached out to her. She reached out to me. She emailed me.
Whenever, he's trying to confirm the date that he actually interviewed with this fan interview, because she said on Sean David Wade channel that this happened about 3 months ago. All right, we trying to get that answer out to see what's the answer on there. I don't know if it was a glitch. We're gonna drop the link again for him if he want to come on to get his answer on that question, because again, this stuff is public. See, this stuff is all public. This is all public stuff. This is everything that I talk about is public. You know what I'm saying? It's all public. Okay, he said his phone died. Okay, so this is all public because these are the questions. When was the actual date? And Storm, you can see me the screenshot and I can confirm it on your behalf. When was the actual date? Did she actually lie? Now, I understand what Storm's saying, that he's not going to put out, nobody could tell him when he could put out an interview, but when was the date? Jaguar Wright, welcome.
You know, Wiley, I've never done this before. How are you, darling?
Doing good.
How have you been? Happy New Year to you and your family.
Happy New Year to you too, of course.
Sherelle just called me on the phone and said y'all was over here talking about me, so I figured I'd stop by.
Yes, ma'am. We were talking about you because on last night your friend did an interview and she said that Storm Monroe interviewed her 3 months ago. So we was trying to get an idea of when did he actually reach out to her to do that interview.
I'm just putting on my avatar so I can hear you. I gotta pull it close to my ear. You know, I'm getting older now.
Okay.
Yeah, Tia had done this interview like back in early November.
Early November, okay.
Yeah, and she told me about it when we saw each other when I went down to Houston. And I told her that I wish she hadn't have done it, but she done what she done, and we made our peace with it. It's a grown ass woman. She said whatever the fuck she want to say,
Mm-hmm. So how do you feel, again, with this whole thing with Storm Monroe and when your family was just interviewed?
You talking about Booty Juice?
I'm talking about Storm Monroe. I don't know anything.
Yeah, that's his name. His name is Booty Juice. That's what I call him.
Yeah, that ain't on his birth certificate. But how did that make it feel when your family was interviewed? Do you feel that Storm should denounce that on his channel, interviewing the family, because he made up with our mom?
I mean, it's cool. I'm finna go down to Waxahachie and see his daddy.
Mm-hmm. So that's what I'm understanding about that. But Jaguar, I do want to confirm it's a rumor, and I want to hear from your mouth. Did you CPS on Tasha K? And if so,
absolutely.
Why did you do that? What abuse did you see for you to report her to Child Protective Services?
Well, first things first, let's get this clear. The evidence that I sent to CPS was footage from her camera phone. I sent them footage that was sent to me by an anonymous source from her Patreon page. See, her and her little friends, they was going live. And it was like 3 o'clock in the morning. They was popping pills. They was popping the edibles. They was drinking the damn Prosecco that I fucking recommended to her, the La Marca. And And then she said she was laughing, saying that the baby, she wasn't gonna feed the baby because she was too fucked up, and that they was gonna throw a bag of cereal in for the baby to eat on his own. And then they had the little girl twerking up on the car like a hoe. And so I saw the footage, and I thought to myself, and this bitch, not long before that, Tasha K had called CPS on the Sweet Ma because she had dirty clothes in the background. And I said, you call the CPS on the Sweet Ma, and she got a special needs child. So I fucking call CPS the fuck on her with all them drugs and the alcohol and the baby twerking like a hoe up on the car at 3 a.m. in the morning. And it was her footage that I sent to CPS, and I told them if they had like a trial, I would be willing to come and testify. And the reason why I actually had done that was because she had interviewed my son. I told her, whatever you do whatever the fuck you want to do, but leave my son out of it. I have been saying it for months on fucking Instagram, and the bitch interviewed my son anyway. So I fucking called CPS on her getting high and getting drunk with children present and saying on camera that she wasn't going to feed her own baby. So yeah, I done it.
So with all of this and that stuff is going on, the big controversy with you, Jaguar, people are saying that you give people clicks and views, but on your channel you don't get the clicks and views. What's your response?
What are you talking about?
Like a YouTuber? Do you want to do content? Do you want to be a YouTuber? Because you do know your name get millions of views. Why don't you do
I'm not a YouTuber.
Show. So you don't want to be a YouTuber?
I'm not a YouTuber. I have a YouTube channel, but I'm not a YouTuber.
So why don't you want to start a platform and get millions of followers and get all of that
money? I have a platform. It's called DaladelphiaTVNetwork.com and available on Roku. Register and subscribe today.
And thank you for speaking about that new website that you have out. People are claiming that is a scam. Your response?
Oh, no. We had some issues because Jay-Z was trying to shut my channel down. But we got it back up and running. I'm about to get Batman on the case and put a firewall around that hoe.
So you're saying, okay, is this a paid subscription?
Yes, it is.
So it's paid subscription. How do you know that Jay-Z have tried to take? What is your evidence to back that up?
Because he's been doing it to me for years, but it don't matter if I'm lying. He can take me to court for defamation of character, and I can tell them how the love of my life at that time, Big L, told me that he was going to murder him, and I think he actually done it.
So hearing all of this with this case, Jaguar, right? You were on one of his records. A lot of people will say, Jaguar, you have all of this fame and attention. Why not get in the studio and do some more music? Your response?
What are you talking about? My EP finna come out in 2 weeks.
But your EP should have been out because you've been making noise.
Why? Why should it have been out?
Because you've been making noise on YouTube forever.
Am I not the artist?
So you are okay. You said in 2 weeks. So how many?
If I am the artist, I should be able to put out my music whenever the fuck I feel like it. Mm-hmm. I've been putting out music for years and niggas didn't know because these niggas have been sidelining me and sidestepping me and trying to slump me and erase me from the fucking music history books when I am one of the greatest history makers in music, fucking period, of my contemporary era.
Mm-hmm.
I put the shit out when the fuck I want to. Y'all niggas want to come to Philadelphia and find out where to go.
I'm gonna ask Jaguar. I had a conversation with some executives about you. I said, what is with Jaguar? They said Jaguar is talented, but she just don't know how to play the game. Like,
yeah, I'm not interested in playing the fucking game. Whatever executive you talk to, can you give me a name?
I'm not giving a name. They said you're talented, but they said all you do is throw out rants and all of that.
Shit, I got an interview I gotta do.
Okay.
Interview. You know what? We can reconvene. Wait a minute. Wait, real quick. Whoever the executive is, tell them that I said suck my fucking dick. Fuck they game. I'm playing my own game. I'm gonna do it my own way. Fuck y'all. You can no longer get in my way. Jay-Z, suck my dick. Flamboyant forever.
But Jaguar Wright. Okay, she hung up. We definitely, I know she's upset about that. But again, I've talked to a couple of executives from the industry, and they said she is talented, but she gets in her own way that she literally blackballed herself in the industry. So that is a conversation that we have. You guys, make sure y'all thumbs up this video and share this video with it. That was the first time ever we had Jaguar Wright actually on our show and have this conversation. But again, I told you, I don't care who come on the show. We're going to ask the tough questions. We're going to ask the tough questions. This is what we're going to do. We're going to ask these tough questions. And so you come on this show, we've done our research, and just give us the opportunity. All right. So again, make sure y'all send us the Cash App Super Chat, because there was a lot of words up in this video. So make sure y'all Super Chat and Cash App us, because you know we probably want to make a coin of that. Now I'm going to drop the link, and I'm going to allow you, the viewers, to come. A little breaking news: Storm Monroe did come out and say that your name were blocked and you wasn't blocked. So we were able to have that conversation. All right. So again, I'm going to drop the link. So if anybody want to come on, now is the time for you all to come on. And I also will be opening up the phone lines and as well. So for the people that want to do the phone lines, but I'm going to take the StreamYard first. All right. So I'm going to take StreamYard first. If you want top priority, come on StreamYard. All right. I'm going to take them first. Well, we only got one person backstage. Okay. Here we go. Talking Faces, welcome.
Wiley, you are you crack me up, but you know how to get them to come on your show, Wiley.
And they come on. We just talk about, we don't, we just present the opportunity and they come on. Like the Storm Monroe, we knew we were blocked. And so, we called it out there and we did not lie. And out of all of that, oh, wait, your name was blocked. So I didn't lie about that. And so then when we had Storm on, and since I got you up here, let me ask you the tough question, because I can interview in my sleep. I got to ask you these questions that need to go on. And we still need to know when was the date that he actually interviewed the Thug Pastor. And we can get that confirmation, because when she went on Sean Davy Wade channel, she said 3 months ago. Storm have to confirm that, because we need to know. Now, we're not telling him when he can put out content. That's his business. But if somebody claimed, bruh, this is a false narrative, I've been interviewed with you, why would you just sit on this interview and just release it now when you first had it? Because when you listen to the context of it, number one, the Thug Pastor wasn't making no sense. That's number one. Number two, the title did not get what he titled it. When she talked about the context, it didn't match up. You understand what I'm saying? So when they hopped on Sean Davy Wade, she said, wait a minute, I did this interview 3 months ago. November is back when it was my birthday, and we in January of 2023. You understand what I'm saying? So that is where we're at today, and we just gonna ask you tough questions. A lot of people don't like working with Wiley because we ask the tough questions. All right. So
yes, you do.
We ask the tough question. It is my job to ask the tough question. I don't care about a follower and all. I'm going to ask the tough question. And I am an equal opportunity roaster and gagger, and I'm hard on everybody. So, we had Jaguar Wright, and we've been asking Jaguar Wright for years to come on the Wiley Show. She blocked me on Instagram. And today, she hit the link. So, you know what I'm saying? Continue to be consistent, because I'm going to tell you, we've been reaching out. We left her voice notes. Come on, she never did. But today she came on and we asked her the tough questions, and she had some resistance, because ain't nobody going to ask her the questions like me. She went on countless shows. And because they allow, when Jaguar Wright come on shows, a lot of the hosts, they be excited to have Jaguar Wright. Me, I'm excited, but that excited left. Let me get to I want to get to these questions and ask you these tough questions. And I've been holding on this forever to ask her that. And she hit the link. Oh, it's Jay-Z. What's your evidence that it was Jay-Z?
Yeah, Wiley. The heat got too hot, and they both got out the kitchen.
They both got out the kitchen. Oh, my phone died. Oh, this didn't die. They both got out the kitchen quick, fast, in a hurry.
Yes, they did, Wiley. You was coming with the questions, and they did not have the facts that they wanted to present to the people, because I don't believe either one of them. I believe both of them liars. Storm, Wiley, he was trolling you and playing games on here and interrupting your show, because I believe the whole time he knew your name was being blocked, because he kept saying, "You're not blocked, Wiley, you're not blocked." Well, let me go check. If you're not blocked, why you need to go check? That means that you've already checked. So Storm is full of it. He's full of it. Don't let him come on and pause your show and play no games and troll you on your show, because that's what he was doing. And then when you start asking him when was the interview recorded, then conveniently his phone went dead. He got off the phone. He has not called back to tell you. Jaguar, you asked her the questions. Once you mentioned you talked to one of the executives or whatever, then all of a sudden her energy changed too. And I've heard Jaguar on a few channels, and then her advertisement for her channel, and she comes out and tells you all these things that people have done, but I've never seen any receipts, any proof that what she's saying is correct. And you could easily just throw stuff out there and say so and so did this, so and so did that. I just don't understand at this point in the game, in her career. She's no longer in the industry. Baby, it's time to get therapy and let that go. I mean, because it sounds like it's still controlling her life, because she continues to talk on this. Baby, focus on the music. If you focus on the music and not all the stuff that happened 20, 30, and 40 years ago, maybe you can get somewhere, because
Absolutely.
I think the people
Thank
are
you.
just frankly tired.
Thank you so very much. Thank you.
Oh, wait a minute. One more thing, Wiley.
Okay,
I wanted to bring up.
One more minute, then I'm gonna go to the, because we got a lot of people here.
Okay.
Go
I
ahead.
wanted to bring up the Jason Lee and Cardi B interview. The fact that Armand called you and other people and told you not to watch that video, Cardi B should be angry at him. That's not somebody that is somebody's friend. If you're gonna call somebody, and he called you from where
From
where was
Paris.
Paris, and told you not to support Jason Lee and watch his interview. You can watch an interview and not really be supporting someone. Why would you tell someone not to watch something, some content that, and you do a show? That makes no sense. That tells you how he feels about Cardi B, Jason Lee, and you. Do not trust him either. Okay, bye, Wiley.
Thank you so very much. Okay, we're going backstage. Ebony, you came on first. Ebony, speak life. Hello.
Hello, can you hear me?
I can hear you loud and clear. Go ahead, Ebony.
Okay, it's my first time on the camera. First of all, Wiley, I just want to tell you congratulations. I am just proud of you and happy for you, because this live just took a quick turn. Okay, I was like, wait a minute, Storm done called in. Okay, but I'm glad, like you said, he was trolling. I'm over in the comments, share your screen. So I agree to everything that the last caller said. Like, you, first of all, why do you got so many people blocked, Storm? You got every YouTuber blocked. So you mean to say you ain't got Wiley blocked too? Come on. And then conveniently, somehow your name popped up. And then conveniently, your phone died. Sir, you sound like you just rolled over. Your phone was on the charger. You seen Wiley was going to ask you them tough questions, and you wanted to get out the heat and get back. I bet you back in them comments, Storm. You still listening right now. But but Wiley, I also wanted to say too, I love how you didn't have no pause. It was no transition. As soon as Jaguar got her crazy butt on the screen, you just popped right into it. Like you said, you could do the questions in your sleep. I was like, okay, Wiley. Like, you wasn't like, you didn't get starstruck. You didn't get nothing. You just hopped into it. I loved it.
Because I think a lot of times when I study Jaguar Wright, and I saw when she go to other channels, they allow her to just blah da 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 da. But no, it comes a time we need to ask her some questions. What's going on with the app? Because people say they got scammed out of their money. Oh, it was a glitch because of Jay-Z. Where your evidence? I talked to some executive and get a respond, because what they do, they just allow Jaguar Wright to take over and just talk. I'm not interested in just hearing. I need to ask you some tough questions because you put a lot of things out there about Jay-Z, which I highly doubt it. Because first it was Clive Davis. You didn't drop Clive Davis. Remember, it was Clive Davis against you. Now it's Jay-Z. But we have to and look at the response. And then she got usually she stay on shows for hours. Right. But today you can't do it because you got another show to do. Like, come on, because she couldn't handle that heat. She couldn't handle that stuff.
Right. And I was like, like you said, you hop in, you make sure you get them questions in, unlike Storm. And I don't dislike Storm, but today I was like, Storm, come on now. You know you had Wiley block. But like you didn't let Jaguar take over, like he let R. Kelly take over that interview either. Like you said, I love that that's why we love your show, because we know you're going to ask the tough questions. You're not going to back down. You're not scared of nobody. You ain't out here with the getting starstruck and, can't handle it. But there was that. I want to talk about the Blueface and Chrisean too, but Lord, this just took such a turn. I got to switch gears.
Yes.
I still got some time.
Yeah, go ahead.
Okay. Go ahead. So that episode, and I'm like you, and I didn't even think of it until you said it yesterday in the live, how Zeus, they do only air like one show per week, not just one show of that actual show, any show. Absolutely. And because I'm like, I thank God it is cheap. $5.99 because the content is cheap and I watch it so I can pop on here and be chatting with y'all. But that episode, yes, it was a mess. I'm like, and somebody said in the comments, it's true. Chrisean always looks just dirty. She just looks funky. She just looks like she got bad BO or something. I'm just like, come on, sister, you got money out here looking a mess. But this whole domestic violence stuff, it was just too much. And the part I think that baffled me the most is all the people, the whole camp that was around them, wasn't nobody checking them about fighting. They're just more so about the getting the view. And even after the fight in the car, when Chrisean was like telling Blue, let me just close the door, I need a moment to myself, and he's over there, get her, look how she looks, like he was taunting her and stuff. And then the focus was just on the glass that was in his hair. What about her vacuuming the glass out his head, though? I said, why would you vacuum the glass? But then nobody talked to her. She had all types of marks on her body, marks, bruises, all of that stuff. But Wiley, I got to ask you something now. You said Blueface was your favorite rapper.
Absolutely.
And he's better than Jay-Z. But today you came out and said he ain't got.
Man, that was last week. Today, man, please. Don't get me wrong. I love Blueface. He's attractive. I just love the energy. What he got for himself. He is entertaining. I just feel as though that Zeus got to do a little bit more, give us a little bit more substance, because it would have been really, really juicy if you would have saw them really going at it. And I think they recorded that, but Blueface was like, don't air it. Because you can't tell me they didn't record that part.
Right. It's somewhere. It's going to be floating around. And then the other part about the whole thing, calling her B. So, first of all, that's why I don't like anybody saying be this, be that, even as a term of endearment, because then you can't switch when you in an argument and then not accept it. But what he was trying to say is he just refers to all females as B's.
Absolutely.
And he was like, so if you're gonna be a B, be a B. Basically, instead of saying if you're gonna act like a woman, be a woman, but you can't choose. One day I want to be a nigga, one day I want to be one day I want to be a woman. But he was still calling out her name, but he also was mixed up. But anyway, and I think though, if y'all haven't watched the whole Tasha K interview that she did with his mom, that brought a whole light to the situation. She groomed this boy to be in Hollywood like this by any means necessary. No matter what it takes, you gonna get in Hollywood. You gonna put our family on the map. So he's doing what he was trained to do. He sound like.
Thank you so much. No, I'm saying thank you so very much for bringing that up, and you right about that. So Blueface, whenever you're ready, you and your girl Chrisean,
come on
the show. All right, thank you.
Let me tell you, that's my song though. It's a vibe all the time.
Thank you, Ebony.
I'm packing my lunch. All right, bye.
All right, bye. Okay, we gotta go. We gotta hit it and quit it. Get y'all point across. Hello, Miss. Is it Camilla? Hello, see. Hello. You got your last name as a C. Hello. All right, I'm gonna go to the next person because she just ain't saying nothing. Let me go to Star. Star, you got me muted.
Hey, Wiley. I just wanted to come up and say you are really, really growing on me. I had called in, I think the day before yesterday, but listen, you are hilarious. This be like so entertaining to me. I just want to say Storm is a liar. He has like I don't know, like to each his own. Like he does his stuff the way he does it. He has like people that follow him that, just gonna believe whatever he say, regardless, whatever. I'm happy that you asked him like the tough questions, but it's funny that his phone died. That's just like whatever.
This is where people have to understand. I've been in this game for 30 years.
Mm-hmm.
I just love saying 30 years. So I'm gonna keep saying it. And I've been broadcasting for 30 years. So I know YouTubers got cameras and mics. They don't be on their cell phones.
Exactly.
You understand what I'm saying? And you got it because when you get off the air, so it makes you look like, number one, you got something to hide.
Exactly.
Like that narrative just come out. And then when he came on the show, I made sure to bring up Sean Davy Way because I don't give nicknames. I want the people, the audience, to know who I am talking about. I don't be talking about juicy booty with nicknames. No, because I want the direct name. So when y'all leave here, you know exactly what we were talking about without the nicknames.
Exactly. And to your point about Jaguar, like she is a fireball. I feel like she's been through a lot. Like one of the other callers said, like maybe it's time for her to just go through therapy. But I also feel that lady is very talented. So like regardless of what people say about her, I can give her that. Now, do I think Jay-Z like doing this stuff? No, but also at the same time, every story this lady been told, ain't nobody tried to sue her for defamation of character. I think it's some truth.
And I want to say this point with that. Defamation is only if the person is like suffering, going through something.
Mm-hmm.
So you just can't sue. You have to prove damages for defamation.
Right.
You have to prove that you have emotional distress, financially you losing money. You just can't sue. So the reason why
not stopping nobody.
They're not losing any opportunity of what Jaguar Wright is doing.
Right.
It's not worth suing somebody that's in their car. Looks like they're come on.
No, I get what you're saying now, right? She's not stopping nobody's bags, right? But at the same time, when these things were going on, we didn't have things like social media wasn't that prevalent. So when people are saying like, where the receipts, like it's gonna be, for the most part, it's gonna be word of mouth. But my thing is, now what if some other people start coming out saying this stuff? Because one thing we all know, when people get to the age where they're closer to death, a lot of things start coming out. So I won't be surprised.
My thing is, she said she's gonna have an EP that's coming out in 2 weeks. We gonna see.
Right? Now you know she an artist and they sensitive about things.
It ain't about it being sensitive. If you got energy to roast and gag folks, wear that energy with your music, honey.
No, that's true. That was a fair question. I think you could have been a little more, But
these are very direct. You got time to go to this person's show. You got time to be in your car. You got time to travel. You got time to create all this noise and no music. If I'm going to create some noise and some gossip and some mess, I want to get some monetary gain.
No fact.
So one thing I can say, when Nicki Minaj create mess and she create all that drama, she got a new single coming out. Is some coming out?
Mm-hmm.
She creates all this noise and no monetary gain, and then she goes on her YouTube channel. Don't nobody watch her because she making everybody else eat well.
Right. Well, one thing I could say, if she lying, them stories be very detailed. It be very, I don't know. I pray for that lady because she does have a voice, but.
And if she do have these stories, I would rather monetize and do a platform, but going to everybody else, know what I'm saying? Because there's been rumors that they say I was going to continue to. It's other stuff I'm going to continue to ask her. But one of the rumors they say about Jaguar Wright, they're saying that you're homeless, that you're house surfing. So if that is true, why not use your God-given tip, your vocals, your mouth, to get some coins?
Jaguar, you in the chat? Listen to Wiley. He telling you the truth. If you out here homeless,
you don't have to struggle financially because your gift is in the tongue. You got a gift right there. You can sing, and also you're good with your voice. You can deliver great content. But she's so busy going to everybody else's channel, and they're making good money. Because even Storm Monroe, he have to thank Jack when he do his speech and he get into the YouTube Hall of Fame. One of the people he's going to thank is Jaguar Wright for that interview to make him get to that same level, and he's still yet chasing that type of success because that was the only interview that made him reach in radio. And radio people were talking about it went mainstream. It went viral. And that was because of Jaguar Wright. And then again, I agree with what Storm said about Jaguar Wright. She should have took that moment and used that to build her platform, and she didn't do it.
I agree. Well, one last thing I'm gonna say, Wiley. Jaguar, if you in the comments, you need to listen to Wiley. He's giving you some good advice. Use that voice so you can, get yourself out the streets. But thank you, Wiley. It was very entertaining and funny.
Thank you so very much. When you come to stuff like this, hold on 1 second. Heidi Fly.
Stop.
Hold on. Where's Heidi Fly?
Hey, Wiley, how are you?
Hey.
So I had a couple of comments myself, Wiley.
Go ahead.
First, I want to say congratulations.
Thank you.
And I want to say, I have like three comments I want to make. And the first one is you mentioned to Jaguar that she wasn't playing the game, and that executives are saying that, she's not really playing the game. She's gotten herself blackballed because, she don't want to go with the flow of whatever that flow may be, right?
Mm-hmm.
I feel like, Wally, in a lot of ways, you are the same way. In the same sense, you turned around and said, when you come on my platform, I'm going to ask those hard questions. I'm not going to be on here, just to like you. I'm not going to refrain from the way that I am because you're Jaguar. I'm going to ask you the question. So in a lot of ways, people could say that you're not a play along. You don't play the game. And in a lot of ways, I've noticed that people try to black you out because you don't play the game. And I feel like it's not fair to say that Jaguar should play some type of game. Now, I'm from the music industry. I was signed to Dozone, which is owned by Brian Cooper. It no longer exists at this point. But he had artists like Deborah Cox, Christopher Williams. I have so many stories about these people. And this person tried to put me in a contract that I did not clearly read.
But let me add to this point before you get into that point. The reason why me and Jaguar are different. If I were to do content and just drag these people on the street and not monetize it, then me and Jaguar in the same boat. You can't put me in the same boat because I'm monetizing on what I'm doing.
Okay, you said because
I'm monetizing.
Right.
Jaguar, she ain't monetizing. She just talking for free.
Right.
And then it's been alleged that they're saying she's semi-homeless. That's been one of the allegations. When she went and she tried to spin and buy a burger, her card got declined. So that'll tell you right then and there, you probably have some financial issues right there. And if you do have some financial issues, you could just get a YouTube channel and get a coin. So that's the point that I'm trying to make here. And then you can sing. You don't need to be signed to a major label. Go into the studio, put the stuff on iTunes, and people can buy it. She still haven't done that. What is her excuse? Her excuse is Jay-Z. Jay-Z is not stopping you from doing that. You're stopping yourself.
And I understand that point. When you come from the music industry, Wiley, I was in the music industry for over 25 years. When you come from the music industry, sometimes you so hurt from that demonic industry that getting the courage to speak about it takes about 10 years. Do you know that I'm about to be in an active lawsuit with my ex record label? And it took me 10 years to get the courage to want to stand up for myself. You go through so much, and then you love music. It's your baby, it's your life. And then you realize how deceived you got. You go through so much, Wally, I'm going to tell you, it's just like being raped. The music industry will rape you of everything that you loved and then tell you to deal with it and then shelf you. You signed me for 15 years and then shelf me. It takes years to even get the courage to speak. So everybody don't give a damn about monetary gain when I just want to get my truth out there. You see what I'm saying? Whatever true,
You
I
know,
don't give a fuck if I live in a
and-
car.
and see, this the point where you're not
Go ahead.
strategic and smart, because it's plenty of white people or plenty of people that have issues in it and they put it in the book, and you can do it independently. I'm saying monetize off of your issues. Monetize off of it. Make a coin off it. One thing I can say about Prince Harry, he went through so much with the palace and with Queen and with his brother. You know, what is he doing? He done a documentary. He's writing a book. So I would rather monetize off of it, but then just blabbering in it and just talking. No, I want to make a coin. You didn't pay me right. So now that I have a story, I'm going to monetize it, because you're telling everybody on YouTube for free. So why not put it in the book? Number two, why not do a documentary, but just get in the car, just blabbering and blabbering and blabbering, and you still ain't got no money from it. That is a sign of you don't know what you're doing.
And it's also a sign of, I just want to get my truth out here. I don't care about monetary gain. And then she's taking baby steps, and then maybe later she will begin to get back into that craft. She has other shit that's going on, like the interview where this another point. I do believe that Tasha K was wrong for bringing her child out there. So anything that Jag did after that was fair game, in my opinion. Now I haven't been a big Tasha K supporter, and I've changed my mind since the Cardi B thing. I kind of support Tasha K now, but during that time when she did that, I still don't think that it was right for Tasha to have went that far and brought Jag's child. To me, it's fair. All bets are off. If that was my child up there, I would have did everything the Jaguar did.
And she done it, but have she monetized and got coin off of it? No.
But sometimes it's not about the coin. It's about getting the point across. Wiley, when you first came out here, you wasn't making money. Your whole family was out here and on display. And Armand was right there ready to just explore it all. And it wasn't money made then. It was building. Sometimes you have to talk about shit to remember what happened to you. Sometimes you could be sleeping, you wake up and go, damn, Jag probably said, damn, 10 years ago, I remember when Jay-Z did it. Shit comes to you later. You know, you still got regular life that you're living.
I hear that point. I'm just saying, I talk about my struggles, but I'm going to monetize it. That's what all I'm saying.
Right. Well, some people, you need this platform.
Because with her, it just don't make any sense. She ain't monetizing off of it. Every time you do it, she's in the car. Doesn't make any sense. Jay-Z living his good, successful life. If you really want to get Jay-Z together, then be successful. Then write a book. Go on tour, educate young artists that's in the industry and tell them what the do's and the don'ts. Do that. Start a nonprofit. But just going on the internet, smoking a cigarette, getting high on social media and dragging it, that ain't the way to go.
But she's still reaching millions of people. She's saying what she needs to say.
She ain't monetizing.
It doesn't matter.
She's not monetizing. It doesn't make any sense.
Talking about the money.
You gotta get money. It's always about the money.
Okay, Jeffrey Epstein was monetizing a billionaire with an island where he was molesting underage women. And it doesn't matter.
And one of my point that I want you to make, he went to prison. He's no longer with us. What was his end result? He's no longer with us.
But he got money.
And so what I'm saying is, if you having struggles in the industry, you're going through in the industry, write a book, get a nonprofit, educate the artists, and tell us that they won't make the same mistakes that you made. Get you a podcast like many other artists have done. Jaguar Wright have not done it. Only thing that she's doing is going on YouTube channels and blabbing. Baby, it's another way you can go in this business to get your point across. And that's what I'm saying in this business. She did not know how to play the game. She got played, and she's continued to get played because the black YouTubers that she's going to, they're playing her as well, and they're getting a good old check for it as well. So not only you got played allegedly in the industry, you also getting played by fellow YouTubers and fellow bloggers because they are monetizing off of you. They don't give a damn about what you went through in the industry. They just want the clicks and views. Thank you, Heidi. I got to go to the next person.
All right.
Okay, thank you. We gotta go. We got so many people in here. Really great. Thank you to the executives that are watching really quickly. I'm not gonna say their name, but they are watching. Okay, we are just doing StreamYard. Brother Duval, you're live on the show. Good afternoon.
This is Mr. Duval in the building. How you doing, Wiley?
Good.
I got 3 quick things, and I'm gonna go through. First of all, I feel like you're being pathetic and I don't mean that in no disrespect, but I mean that in this regard. You don't need Storm approval. If Storm blocked you, you could blossom and grow without him. You don't need his step of approval. You don't need him.
Who said? Did I ever say I needed his approval?
No, but I wouldn't be doing lives on Storm blocking me when you don't need.
Do you know
Storm.
why I did that?
Why you did that, sir?
To get the clicks and views. What happened when Storm came on the platform?
I mean, you got clicks and views.
Oh,
But
no. Tell me what happened when Storm came on.
He explained himself.
And all the view. Who came on after Storm went off?
Jaguar Wright.
Have I ever interviewed Jaguar Wright before?
No, but Jaguar Wright like to be heard.
Okay, so my point is, it's a good strategy. So
okay. I hear
you. Whatever how you want to say it, we had a artist that performed with Jay-Z and then this Jay-Z again is the clicks and views. So
I get it.
So I don't need nobody approval. I'm just letting people know what happened so we can get some information off of it.
No, I don't think you need his information because, like I said, Storm is not genuine. Storm is not somebody that's gonna be honest. Storm gonna manipulate the situation to try to make him seem like he's the victim. I just felt like it was a waste of time in that situation. But like I said, you did what you had to do to try to get the views. So I'm gonna get off that for a second. Now with Jaguar Wright, when she reported CPS on Tasha K, the live that she reported to CPS was the live with Tasha K and her friend Keisha and her husband and Keisha's husband. They had the New Year's Day. They did a New Year's Eve bash on her backup channel, and they came in the New Year, and the kids were dancing like Tonto and I guess Keisha's daughter and son, and that live got sent to CPS by I guess what's the girl name? Tell for the Colt sent it to her. To Jaguar Wright when they was cool at the time. Jaguar Wright sent it to CPS.
Okay,
so that's the backstory behind it.
And she said, regardless of it, she didn't lose her children, right?
No,
the children have not been taken. I want to make that plain. Okay, it definitely happened. So that's why people got to be careful putting their kids on social media, streaming, all that good stuff. But I made sure we asked about that, and she brought that up. But I was mainly want to focus on her in this industry piece.
Yeah, I just want
you see that energy try to shift. And then we also brought up the whole thing about CPS because still to this day, Storm Monroe have not denounced Tasha K for for interviewing Jaguar Wright family. He have not done it. He said, "Well, I apologize to Armand because I went too far by just posting pictures of his family, not interviewing his family, but posting pictures." But today he could not denounce Tasha K for actually interviewing Jaguar Wright's family.
I agree, but I just want to give your audience the backstory behind what the situation.
We understand the backstory, and we agree with that backstory. But the bigger piece is why haven't Storm denounced Tasha K for interviewing Jaguar Wright family when he made up with Armand for just posting that man family because he felt like he went wrong. He just posted pictures.
Yeah, and Armand Wiggins disrespect Tasha K family, put her family out there, and he ain't denounced that either.
So that's what I'm saying. But he never got the opportunity to ask these questions because every channel that they go to, they're starstruck. Oh, I got Storm Monroe on my channel. I can't ask him. I'm just so happy he here. I'm happy. I've been happy already. I'm over that phase. I'm on the working phase. I need to ask these questions.
Yeah, they giving a softball question because, like I said, they don't want to ruin the relationship. You don't give a damn about that.
All this don't want to ruin what you ain't like y'all in deal. Y'all got multi-million-dollar. What relationship? You know what I'm saying?
They want this audience and stuff like that. So, like I said, they don't want to burn that bridge.
In order to get the audience, you must ask the tough questions.
I agree. 100%. I agree.
Just getting there and just being polite. Ask the tough questions. And if you may not get quote unquote hits, but you will get a bigger audience. You have to ask the tough question. But most of these people, they're just excited to get these people on their channel just to get them on there. I have you on there, but I got to ask you these questions, bro.
I mean, because you're right about that. Because just like I can name another show, but I don't want to name another show because I go on there at times. But it's another show that used to bash Tasha K. But when Tasha K came on there, all of a sudden they were starstruck, and all of a sudden they was kid glove with the question. So that's what I'm saying. That's the reason why they do it. You know what I'm saying? Your artist could take it for what it's worth or not, but you know what I'm saying? That's the reason why when people bash a person and then when same person come on there, they all of a sudden backflip and pussy pop because that's the reason. Because like I said, they want to keep that relationship there. They feel like having that relationship with that particular person will give them access to things, give them interviews, give them their audience and followers. They don't want to burn that bridge.
Did they quote unquote ever get that access that they want? Have any of them ever got that?
I think in the situation with Tati K, that person did. Like I said, I'm not gonna name the person, not gonna name the show, but that person did. But in other situations, no, they do not. So, like I said, it's a game with everybody. Everybody trying to use everybody to get ahead.
All right.
You know what I'm saying? There is no real friendship on the situation.
What happened?
Let me please say one more thing, Wiley, because I missed this show yesterday, but I'm gonna be real quick. But remember when you said, you or your caller said yesterday, well, Mon Wiggins Cardi B did not do the Mon Wiggins interview, but she did it with Jason Lee on the other platform. And you said, you or your audience said, well, Cardi B will do the YouTube interview later because, hey, maybe she don't do YouTube videos because it's like she not getting the views. But that's not true. If you Google on your StreamYard or on your YouTube, Google Mona Simone interviewed Cardi B in 2018 when Cardi B name was hot. And she went and interviewed with Mona Simone at the time on YouTube. So she do YouTube video interviews. She just pick and choose what YouTube interviews she do.
When was that, sir? When she went on for this particular YouTube? What year was that?
Remember Mona Simone?
What year was that?
I want to say either 2018 or early 2019, but I believe it's
in what year we in today?
It's 2022, sir.
We in 2001 now?
22. I mean 23.
We in 2023. So
I'm gonna tell you why that's relevant. So
I'm just saying, like,
I'm gonna tell you
something. That just like said, well, she went like. It's plenty other shows that she could have went on, and then the person that she went on, they no longer even do shows.
Yeah. I'm gonna tell you why that's relevant though, because her name was more popular and popping back then than it is now. So she should be more willing to want to do these YouTube interviews now to keep her name relevant and alive, especially with somebody like Mon Wiggins that always support her, that always defend her against, say Nicki Minaj, that always push out her message, being her chef cropper blogger, her and Love the Tea. So he do all this for her now at a point where her name is not as popping as it was back in 2018 when her name was just as big as the president at the time. Why is she not doing his interview? Why is she not helping him grow his channel when this man is doing everything he can to help her keep her name out there when she haven't had an album in 5 years? That's why I mentioned that, Wiley. It's not about the year that she done it. It's about the timing that she done it. When she done it back then, her name was hot as fish grease. Her name ain't hot like that no more. And so for her to not to do an interview with him when her name ain't hot like that no more, when she needs to do everything in her power to get her name out there to keep her name in the algorithm, that says something about how she think of him as a person, how she think of him as a YouTube blogger, how she think of their friendship or lack of friendship. And most importantly, it shows that she don't appreciate what Mon Wiggins has done to keep her name out there, the same way that he feels scarred and betrayed and burnt by Nique for Nique not giving him the opportunity to grow his platform when he was doing the same thing for her. Was that the root of why he had a beef with Nique?
All right, that was one of the points.
And so Cardi B doing the same thing. So have a good day.
And happy New Year for
I appreciate you, brother.
Thank you so very much. Okay, we're gonna we have somebody else backstage that want to come on. Let me see. Hello. Hi, welcome to the Wiley Show.
Oh, hi. I just wanted to comment on the Storm Monroe. Like, what is he talking about? Like, why does he keep saying, like, it just seems like every week, it's like, or every month, it's like he's blocking you and you're like trying to figure out why you're blocked. And then he'll come in your chat randomly, be like, you're not blocked. And then like today it was like, oh, your name is blocked. Like, what is that? Like, why do you think he's doing that? Like, what is going on with him? Like, why do you think that he's...
The issue that YouTubers blocks the Wiley Show is because they don't want Wiley to get the clout, the audience, the recognition. When you block somebody's name, that forbids a person in the chat to type the name. So that's why people do it. They don't want Wiley to get the recognition in the chat to get when they go in the chat, they don't want their audience to say, "How you doing, Wiley? What's up, Wiley? Hey, Wiley." They don't want that. So, and I knew it was blocked. I just wanted him to admit it of what I've already known for a while.
But I mean, what is it? Like, what is the big deal? Like, I mean, like if Armand Wiggins like came on and got in his chat and they're like, "Hey, Armand," like, what is it though? Like, why
And
do you think?
I'm not
Because
the only one that name is blocked. That he said he unblocked it, but I was in the company of Tasha K name being blocked, and her name was blocked even when they were cool. He had Tasha K name blocked in the chat. These are facts.
yeah, because I do remember like some years ago, like, and this was around the time when he did the Jaguar Wright interview. And I remember, and I was like, I wonder if something's going on. But they were still like publicly like cool with each other. But then someone said, "Oh, Tasha K's on." He was like, "Oh, well, that's good, but we're not worried about Tasha K right now. We're doing this show or whatever," which is, I guess within his right. But it's just funny, like how, like he, like what I mean, he has so many followers. I'm like, why? I mean,
Because
I understand what you're saying, but why?
I'm answering it, and at this point, I'm gonna go to the next one because I'm answering all your questions. People, they do not want the Wiley Show to get the recognition. So a lot of people with a lot of followers, they don't want it to go to another people. And I asked him the question about the Sean Davy Way, because y'all talking about each other, subliminally of this, just come together and do a show, and that would be good for clicks and views. But he's not going to do that because he don't want his audience to be introduced to Sean Davy, even though I'm going to talk about Sean Davy Way, subliminal and such. Just talk about it on the show. And that's why I'm saying in this culture, when I'm doing the show, I put an address on it so you will know exactly who I am talking about. It. Thank you, sis. I'm going to go to the next person that's on the show. I'm going to go and bring EVB on the show because I want to make sure I get people that did not call in. EVB.
Hey, Wiley.
Hey.
Great show today, as usual. I just wanted to comment on Jag and Storm. So with Storm reminds me like of that nerdy kid that just really tries to be cool, but at the end of the day, like he's still like a nerd, kind of soft, like a Cheeto, so crunchy on the outside but soft in the middle, and that's okay. I don't think he is built for the type of beef and the smoke that he gets from people like you, from Sean, from Armand. He not built for that. He needs to just stick to his celebrity gossip and his businesses, or trying to grow some businesses, because Storm could have did a lot of stuff. It's a lot of things he could have done because of how big he has gotten and the clout that he did have in the past. I'm like, you can't roast. Like, you can't roast. You can't do none of that. The only people he can roast is females. That's it. And the Kardashians. Like, that's old. He not built for that. And then on top of that, it's like, I just don't understand why he just made himself look bad yesterday. He made himself look real bad with that interview, because there's really no strategic reason on why you would drop that. That made absolutely no sense. What you think?
When he dropped the interview, it didn't, because the lady definitely did not give any tea. She was talking in circles. The title sounded very juicy, but when you listen to the content, it was very confusing. It was very, very confusing. It made him look even bad. It made Storm look bad because then they do an interview on Sean Davy Way, and she said, "I've been did the interview 3 months ago, and we made up." Storm is under a lot of stress with his platform because he did the R. Kelly interview. And you had Sean Davy Way, a YouTuber, came out and said the recording is stolen. He created all this chaos, all of this confusion on the internet. And what made the story interesting is that Storm responded to the energy. You understand what I'm saying? He kept responding to it. Then the Natasha person came in the chat, and then she started reaching out to the neighborhood talk. Then the neighborhood talk didn't credit it. It became a story. It became legs upon legs upon legs upon legs. Then now he got to do the R. Kelly. He got to show himself on camera and do all of this. So because he's feeling the pressure of other people that are criticizing him, and these are not smaller YouTube. Sean Davy Way have 106,000 subscribers, you know,
Yeah.
106,000 subscribers. So he feeling that. And that is how all of these issues, and then he also, whether he want to admit it or not, this is just me giving my assumption, he want to have that Jaguar Wright interview again because he see that Jaguar still got enough juice that she's giving people millions. She's still giving people a lot of views. And so he still want that because one of his biggest, highest moments of his career was the Jaguar Wright interviews.
Yeah, exactly. And it's like you're not going to live off of that no more. But he could really focus on other things. I mean, if he want to, be an internet prostitute, that's fine. Like, do your OnlyFans. That's cool because people do find him attractive. And just stay away from this because at the end of the day, I don't think that's really how he started. I think he kind of got dragged into this because at first he was just doing his celebrity roast. Then he got up with Tasha. Then she dragged him into this beef, these different beefs, and he started entertaining it. But you got beef with people who really can roast the hell out of you, and that they roast everybody pretty much. So I don't know. And then when it comes to Jag, I don't know what's wrong with that lady. I think she is kind of telling the truth in certain things. You just kind of got to take everything she says with a grain of salt. She is talented, and you are absolutely right because that last caller, that lady caller, was tripping. You are absolutely right. She should have been more strategic when she came out with that Storm interview, and it was going viral, calling out all them people. She could have made a book. She could have done all these great things about that, and then. I mean, now she's in a position where I pray that she really, it's not true about her being homeless and stuff. It's like, it is about the money. I don't know what that lady is talking about, but it is about the money when you don't have nowhere to sleep. You need to start thinking different instead of trying to be all these YouTuber friends and YouTube popular.
And that's what I'm saying. It's about being strategic because if I had an experience, if I was in Jaguar Wright's shoes, I'm going to promote a project. I have a documentary that's coming out and I have a book. That makes more sense. And then you can get to eat off of that. And she needs to study what Prince Harry is doing when he went against the palace. That man made a book. First they did the interview with Oprah. Then they did the documentary. Now he got a book. You know what I'm saying? He's monetizing off of the situation. You don't just see Prince Harry on the Wiley Show, then going to this person's show in his corner. No, he's monetizing off of what happened.
Exactly. That's what I'm saying. It's like, and people love Jag. Jag still got a strong support system out here. She could have been put out her music, or at least put out a song and sold it for 99 cents. You know what I'm saying? Like, I get you're an artist and everything. I sing too. I was, doing my thing. So I get you want to have a perfect timing, but you still could have put some shit out there, like something for 99 cents or whatever. And I bet probably none of them YouTubers that she just all up under are going to help her out when she really needs the help. And if that lady is out there sleeping in her car, I hope she not, then that's a damn shame. And but ultimately it's her fault.
Absolutely. So that is the point that I'm talking about, is put a record out and you don't even need a mainstream label. You got plenty other people that's putting songs out there. And that's what I'm saying. Learn how to monetize off of your trauma. Monetize it off of your, you did me wrong. I mean, let me tell my story and monetize. That's one thing about Monique. People look at Monique, but Monique was still making money because she still was able to do her comedy shows. Every time that she did an interview, it was a purpose, always a comedy show. She kept her name relevant. She kept it strong. She kept doing shows. She kept being active on social media, and she created enough noise. And then she fought back with Netflix and sued Netflix, right? And then she won, and they gave her a comedy special. And then 50 Cent started coming out there and put her on the show. So all of the stuff, it worked because she moved strategically. And she go on YouTube channels blabbing her mouth she moved strategically, and that is something that Jaguar Wright failed to do.
Exactly. And one more thing I'm gonna say, you sure did. Like, they don't want no smoke with you, Wiley, because both of their asses, both of their behinds ran off. Okay, they rolled out soon as you started saying, "Hey, I'm asking this, asking that. You know what I'm saying? Now Storm, all of a sudden his phone magically dies. Like, and he ain't called back in yet. It's been over an hour. Your phone charged up. Phone charged up. But he don't want to put that out there because he looked like a fool putting out that this and
Yeah.
that. But he's good.
Thank,
He's great at that.
thank you so very
But
much,
anyway,
EPP.
I digress. Thanks, Wiley.
All right, thank you so very much. Y'all do know this video ain't gonna be monetized because it's the language, and we just go be in right there. So make sure y'all super chat and make sure y'all cash up. The cash app is $ Marquise 2A or cash up us because they just the words is blabbering out here. Okay, we're gonna go to the next person that's backstage. GM.
Hey Wiley.
Hey.
I'll make it really quick. So I listen to you all the time when I'm going to bed, when I'm waking up. Before this, when this live stream was in the middle of the mix, I was on my way to sleep. Not because you were boring, just because, like I said, I listen to you all the time.
Yes, ma'am.
Then all of a sudden, Storm called in, and I started dying of laughter because he was searching his block list to see if he actually put you on a block list. Then next, all of a sudden, it escalated, and Jaguar called in. When I tell you, I was laughing in tears. Wiley, I'm so glad you decided to do this part-time, full-time, because you have something everybody else doesn't. And I watch a lot of content creators who have a lot of more subscribers. And like you say, it's not about the subscribers, it's about the viewership. You are one of a kind. There's nobody else on the YouTube streets to me like you. And if anybody ever tries to call you on BS or tries to play in your face, I like how you always spot it out, no matter the notoriety that that person has. So I pray that you always keep that discernment to say, I don't give a damn if you have 1 million subscribers. I'm going to ask you the tough questions. You need to put that on a shirt, the tough questions, because let me tell you something. I'm going to keep it short, but while I love you, I know that you're going to be successful in this YouTube lane. And I live in Dallas, so I listen to your station hip. So when you want to go make that trip to Cedar Hill to try to get that Harold's chicken, let me know. Okay.
Yeah, we need to go.
God bless you, Wiley. Take
care.
Thank
you so very much. Thank you, Gia. Thank you so very much.
Bye.
Bye. All right. Okay. We so many people hear this. Okay. Hello, you live on the Wiley Show.
Hey, Wiley.
Welcome.
Hey, I just want to touch on a couple of topics he was talking about. Chrisean and Blueface. I think that is so sad. Like, and I agree with you. Without Chrisean, Blueface would be like nothing. And it's sad. I think he's just doing it to pay his child support because he knows like he ain't got nothing else going on. And then, you know, I feel bad for Chrisean as a Black woman. I'm just like, you know, it's really sad. And I just hope, because she's touring now, I guess, with her song, I hope she just, you know, just does her own thing. But it's just a really sad case. And I liked your show today, Wiley. I tuned in at a right time. And, you know, as far as Storm, I'm disappointed in Storm because if that was an old, like, interview and he just popped up with that's weird. It's like he's like, you know, messing with Jaguar again, like mentally, like I feel like, you know, and I feel bad for her too because, you know, Wiley, there's a lot of people like Jaguar out here, you know, that done seen some stuff and heard some stuff and people think they're crazy because they don't want it out there or they just trying to control the narrative. Right. And it makes people go crazy, like mentally, you know, it makes them really like fighting with themselves, I guess, because they can't let it go because they want to see these people really go down. And you know, it's sad because it probably did happen. A lot of stuff probably did happen, does happen in the industry, and people get shut down. Like, and so many people that watch your show, they're followers, you know, they follow. They don't really use their own train of thought. Like, it's really messed up. But yeah, but it was a really good show today. And just with you, just keep it like real, you know, because like the last caller said, your discernment is very like needed because you gotta people, like I said, people followers, you know, you gotta see the truth and like
thank you.
Make it make sense. But
Thank you
But
so
I
very much.
appreciate you though.
No problem. Thank you. Okay, we have somebody else that is backstage, and then we're gonna go to our closing remarks. Hello, welcome to the Wiley Show. Hello.
Hi.
Yes,
Oh,
welcome.
I'm sorry. Oh, I just want to say that like I appreciate how we can't all, not all of us, but some of us can agree to disagree, and just because I'm entertained by you doesn't mean that I agree with everything you say or I like you. And I think that's just a healthy way to go about life, and not to hate people, but to just have healthy discourse and disagreement, but also still enjoying your content. Because like, for example, Jason Lee, like I don't love Jason Lee, but like I love his content. I watch a show. Same with you. I don't agree with everything you say, but it's a Friday night, I need something to watch, I might come over to your channel. So with all respect. So
Thank you so very much for tuning in. All right, thank you. All right, thank you so very much for y'all doing that. Make sure y'all tag all the blogs, tag the people. We will be tagging them as well because we got an exclusive with Jaguar Wright. We got an exclusive with Storm, and I'm honored with it. And this is the future that we're going on and doing this type of content. We've been on here for 2 hours. Thank you all so very much for the support. If you're not subscribed, hit that subscribe button. Subscribe. Make sure y'all leave a comment in the chat, and we will see y'all in the next episode whenever we go live. We're gonna do an after show on the we're gonna do the after show on Station Head. So if y'all want to come on Station Head, we could definitely do that. I'm gonna post my Cash App. If anybody want to be a financial blessing on the Cash App, I'm gonna post it on the screen. If you want to be a blessing of that, I'm gonna post on the screen so y'all can see it. Moderators post in the chat. This is what we do. You know what I'm saying? We're gonna do the after show on Station Head, the after show on Station Head. And I said, we're gonna do the show the next day because people say, do it now. Why I said, because I want Jaguar Wright to sober up because yesterday she wasn't sober. And I said, come on, she sobered up. And I did, and I followed my first mind, and I did exactly the right thing on the show. And I'm gonna do the after show on Station Head. If you on Station Head, you can join us. Download the app, Station Head. Most of y'all, 90% of y'all know about Station Head because everybody be on Station Head. We're gonna do the after show over there. Download the app, Station Head, and you can download that as well. Thank you so very much. And we're gonna be great. Thank you. Also, with every information, if you want to come on our show, all of our information in the description box. Our Cash App is $Marquise Wiley 28. Thank you so very much. Make sure you all subscribe to the show. We had 1,000 people, like 1.1K in the chat. The highest views this year that we did for in a live chat. One of the highest views for this year. For that, we do want to say thank you as well. So we will see y'all on Station Head for the after show. Love y'all. Join us over there on Station Head. Join us. If y'all still want to be on Two Man and Lady, some of y'all have been sending your auditions and some of y'all have been emailing me and all of that. Continue to send your emails and stuff like that. Also, too, we're going to do, y'all been sending me emails, and most of y'all want advice from Wiley, so we're going to have that advice where you can just email me at wileyshow@gmail.com. If you got a story that you want me to know, that you want my advice, you got any questions that you want to ask me, or you got any story, you want some type of advice, go to wileyshow@gmail.com. Send your story and what you got, situation, whatever issues you're dealing with, and you want me to give you some advice, I could do it live on the show. Thank y'all so very much. I'm going to see the rest of y'all over there on Station Head, and we're going to have a good old time. Holla!